And I realized my voice wasn't even being shared. But what's up, guys? Wow. I was talking this whole time. My bad. Uh, so like I was saying, uh, I'm gonna be playing solo today. Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing with viewers. Me and the homie Luffy, we're about to probably be talking about some deep stuff. But to bring up kind of what me and him were just talking about is like having females that just understand who we are and stuff. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, it's about, for me personally, it's about just putting myself in a position to get to the female that I would want to. And that's the thing. Like, I kind of disregarded that whole forever thing that everybody is looking for. I exchange because not everything's gonna be forever. Uh, I would exchange that in order for just be exactly who you are for the time being. And if it's not exactly what I want or what I need in my life, then for me, I would hope that we can maturely move on from each other without having to, destroy each other. Like, yeah, he's busy. That's the thing. Like like certain females, you can't let them really control you for real. And a female that's constantly trying to control you, in my opinion, because females don't know what they want. You feel me? And like, if I'll just put it as simple as it is, I grew up being around a lot of females, and for the most part, females love to spend money. Like, I'm gonna just say it as blatant as it is. Females love to spend money, not necessarily make investments. They like the luxuries of stuff that us men can work for, and it's for the fact that we are built to work for stuff. That's just that's just me talking about a reality. uh, uh, us men being able to create a value so high for ourselves to where we could provide these things for females. So if a female is mad at you because you're constantly working, she doesn't know what she necessarily wants in life. In order for me to provide for you and give you a lifestyle that I would want best for you, guess what? It's gonna require me to work a lot. Yeah, and like that's just me. Like, like, all right, with the female in San Antonio, Texas, like, it's sad to say, bro, like, literally, I'm not saying like, oh, money is gonna bring you the best female for you or whatever, or like, you feel me, spending money on a female, because now I look at it total opposite or whatever, and the whole gold digger, or if, oh, this female only wants to be with me for my money aspect, that's kind of like to speak very vaguely about it, all females are gonna basically want to be with you for your money, and it's not for your money, it's for if you can provide for them or not. And us men, we have to be very realistic, because you have to understand, when we have daughters, it's a lot of stuff that we're not gonna want our daughters to do. Like, you probably wouldn't want your daughter, you would want your daughter to know how to take out the trash and, do a lot of this stuff. But for the most part, you probably wouldn't want your daughter to be with a guy that's gonna make her have to take out the trash. You're gonna want your daughter to be treated with respect, and a lot of the luxuries that a lot of females have, or you feel me, their desire, you're gonna want your daughter to have those same luxuries and those same desires. So sad to say, like, all right, this female, all right, the one that I'm trying to talk to or stuff, like, she's barely on social media, and it's for like that's a like plus, in my opinion. That's a plus, a female that's barely on social media, because that's very hard to find nowadays. uh for the most part, it's just, I wish like there was more communication, but me being the person I am, I understand that, like, you feel me, communication is a thing that, you feel me, is here hereby pass and go. uh and what I mean by that is, because I do the same shit, like, people will text me, but it's like, if I'm here and I'm able to, I'll do it. But by the time that I probably would want to respond to you, I probably become very busy doing other stuff. And that's why I would say, with the one aspect of, nobody's ever too busy for anything. You're gonna make time for things that you want. So, sad to say, but like, to a lot of the people that probably come across this video or this stream as a video when it is uploaded, if I've ever said I don't have time for you, it may be the case very vaguely, but 9 times out of 10, if I want to give you my time, if I want to give you my energy, you're gonna receive my time and my energy, because the time we have here is the time that we spend, and the time that you spend here is very sacred, in my opinion. So if I could be spending time making $100 an hour, and I even take 30 minutes out of my life to just, you feel me, talk to you, or you take 30 minutes to talk to me, that's an exchange of us spending time. You feel me? That's us being able to say, all right, instead of me making $100 an hour, I spent $100 with you. And the type of females that I'm starting to realize that I really like is a female where they have a hustle. They like to, do hair or whatever the case is, but they're invested in their craft. Like, you feel me? I like females that are actually invested in their crafts. Um, so I guess where I'm going with this is, like, you can have a female that's deeply invested in her craft. Say like she does hair. uh Ask her, Lord, like, this is shit that I'm doing. uh Ask her, like, oh, how much for an appointment, and probably book an appointment, but use that as time that, you feel me, you get to connect to her. It's kind of like saying, oh, I bought a date, or I bought time, but no, not necessarily. I invested into something that I believe, you feel me, it's an investment, because that's what a relationship is. At the end of the day, it is an investment. I mean, like, yeah. Or, but even then, just like, it was, that's kind of what I was saying, but like, you could pay for the hair appointment, but don't necessarily have to do the hair appointment. You feel me? You just paid for a secure time. You feel me? He said, "I'm gonna get my hair done." Nah, I do want to go to San Antonio. I do want to go to San Antonio. You feel me? And, you feel me, that would be the move. But it's kind of like, due to the fact that I understand how deep my love goes and like how hard I go for a lot of people, is the thing where it's like I always wanted to be like pre-secured, like in understanding, like, all right, and my terms of dating, like we don't have to be together, but I would like to know if I'm gonna be a potential candidate. You feel me? That you would want to invest time with, and that might be very negligent on my part. It might be very neglectful towards the things that I want, but in my opinion, I feel like that's very like assertive. Like if you could tell me like, oh yeah, I'm interested in you, or you feel me, like if I was to tell you like, if I was to tell a female, because this is exactly the person I am, if I'm interested in you, I will chase you. I'm not gonna ever necessarily say, oh, I don't chase bitches or chase females, uh, which I kind of don't. I'll say I won't miss out on the opportunity on a potential female, on a potential companion. Yeah, like if I really like you, I will apply pressure. If I or and shit, like I'll say, let me see, facts. Thanks, Charizard. And I'll say like with Ari, Ariana. Shit, I don't really know the pronunciation of how I say her name exactly, but it's like that is one female that I would chase, like until, and that's the thing with me. Like most of the time, I be needing like a secure yes or no. It's not gonna break my heart if you don't want to fuck with me. You feel me? It's not gonna. The thing that only like can make me upset is if you understand the way that I feel and understand like how I value you, and you try to manipulate me into getting what you want versus, you feel me, I would much rather a female, keep it real. And I'm really starting to realize like I do like mean girls. In a case, I do like females that will treat me like shit, but treat me like shit because they love me and they understand that I'm a high value person. I am a person that strives for a lot. So in terms of them treating me like shit, it's not just, oh, they treat me like shit, but it's because they understand or they see so much within me that they just want the ultimate best for me in a way. Not a toxic relationship. Yeah, like not a toxic relationship, but like one where like, you feel me, like maybe like she I can't have a female that's willing to degrade me in front of friends, family, or anyone. Like if she wants, like when we're in private, she could call me a dumbass. She could call me all of this and tell me everything that I've done wrong. But in terms of like actual, like when we're in public, because kind of just like what Andrew Tate has said, is if a female could boost your social status, and this is like you speaking on, you feel me, say like you and your friends come to your house and stuff, and you have a female where she, the first thing she does is she asks like if anyone's hungry and she wants to cook, for you and your friends. A lot of females don't understand like, oh, that's not you being a slave, or whatever the case is. It's you boosting your man's social status. It's like that's a good look on me, because guess what, now every time my friends come over, they understand that I have a woman that actually does care for me, and a woman that's going to boost my social status. She's making sandwiches for me and my friends. And then in terms of that, that's gonna make it to where like whenever I'm around her and her friends, guess what? I'm gonna boost her social status as well, because I'm gonna be the serving, loving nigga that I know I can be. If I with my homeboy, but he get beat on now, he can go see me again. Yeah, and it's just really, it's in terms of all of this shit comes down to it being a exchange of energy, and my love language is very much energy. If my female, or how can I say this with it making the most sense? I could have a female. Oh shit, there's zombies coming. I could have a female, you feel me, that's here, let me just put it like this. This is the easiest way I'll be able to explain it. You have females nowadays that want to be housewives, but they don't know how to take care of a house. They're comfortable with being a housewife in a shitty environment, which in terms, you keep a man that's in a shitty environment, guess what? He's not going to want to do much. He's not going to want to work 2 to 3 jobs, or you feel me, put in that extra hustle to make sure that you have a lot of luxuries of life. Now, with that being said, if I could have a female, and this is why, like, I've always given females kind of like the choice. Like, being with me, you could either you could be the house female that you would want to be. You feel me? You never really have to work. If you find a way to make money, then that's your money. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I need some of your money or whatever. No, 9 times out of 10, that is your money. If she chooses to spend it on me, I guess that's a plus, because in my opinion, I'm like, if we're together, then yeah, my female, without me asking, she will spend money on me, and it'll be uh I have to have a female that's also on the same mind length as me. Like, if I could literally, like, say like you put a female around me, current time me, if I could have a female that literally buys me a pack of white t-shirts every other week, bro, do you not know how crazy I would go for a female that does that? Like, that's a bare minimum thing. I feel like you at least love and care so much about my appearance that you are taking the time, you feel me, you go do hair, and then you go buy me a pack of fresh new white t-shirts. That is a love language to me. That is a love language so sacred and so uh sanctuary to me, where it's, I would want to protect you. I would want to, like, provide for you always. If I could work, I would work 16 hours to be able to come home to a female that cooks, that cleans. If I could do that, then yes, like, though the time I spend working is less time that I actually have to think about it actually being work and how tired I am, because I get to come home to this female. I get to really take in the appreciation of the type of female that I have around me. And as much as that shit probably do be sounding corny sometimes, like, nah, like, it's always what I've kind of said, where it's like, you either shoot your shot 100 times with one female and you get the female that you want. You said what? My deep dives a try. You feel me? Because you could either get the female that you want, or you could settle for a female that you can get. And I will hope that, like, a lot of my friends, like, bro, I'll say it, bro, like, And that's the thing. Niggas just gonna have to adjust to the shit that I'm saying. Cause niggas know me. I know my niggas. And I'ma just say it. Like, my friends, I have a lot of handsome ass friends. I have a lot of hardworking, handsome ass friends that I know, like, bro, no, like, niggas are able to get the type of females that they would want and need in their life.
So,
What's up?
guess what they got me working? I seen him. I don't know if I told you already.
Where?
I seen that nigga Rock and Jamal already. They got me working at Walmart.
Mm.
Yeah.
What, for security?
Yep.
Mm,
Bruh, they got me being a supervisor, bruh.
that's good. That's good.
It's, bruh. It's it's a lot of responsibility, but it's not, bruh. You just gotta watch motherfuckers on the floor, make sure everybody's clocking. They still training me, like I'm not fully, you know what I'm saying, supervisor yet, but
So this is like a more kind of permanent settlement, or it's like
this just
temporary?
for the yeah, this hella temporary. I don't like this job. I don't like the security job. Ally was way better. It was way more lax. This is a private security company, so they
It's
try to look
Bronzeword,
more
right?
professional. They try to look professional. They try to look professional on the outside, like, because I'm pretty sure every Walmart has
They have
about,
the same, yeah,
yeah, yeah, they're
coming from a
partners,
person
so
that literally worked for Walmart.
yeah. Yeah, bro, it was just one white female, bro. She was hella looking at me, bro. She like probably late 20s, bro, but she hella short. She like 5 foot 5'1", bro. She was just hella like she was hella looking at me at the corner of her eye. She a cute little milf too, bro. We ended up talking like right when it was closing and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, she was telling me how she got some kids. She got like 3 kids and shit. Shit, that's what I'm saying, bro. That nigga Noob, I was telling that nigga Noob, he was like, bro, go ahead, start your family, bro. I'm like, bro, you tweaking.
Stepdaddy sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but nah, hey, that's the thing. A female, like, in that degree, like, not saying like, you feel me, she can't find true love, but it's gonna take a lot for her to find someone that's gonna want to put up with
A
those
nigga that's
restrictions.
going, that a nigga that love her that much, that's going, yeah.
Because at the end of
Cause
the
not
day,
for
we
everybody
separate
it's a
we separate, and if I
breaker,
build a
yeah.
bond with your kids, guess what, you're able to say,
It's
no, fuck you, I don't want you around my kids, which is gonna
yeah,
happen 10 out of 10 fucking times.
yeah. When the relationship goes south, most definitely, cause that's what they know. They know that niggas will try to keep in contact with the kid just to not even just to, like, nigga, I
Yeah,
already done grew a bond with this little nigga, or this little person, so why wouldn't I?
yeah.
But yeah, bruh.
I'm like, shit, cause sort of kind of look at me in my situation, cause I talk to Natalia, and like every now and then I'll talk to Eli.
Hmm.
Elijah, that little badass little nigga, he
That nigga
found out,
getting big, huh?
yeah, he getting big, and he found out that, like, I used to call him Jaw when he was like very little, and now
Oh,
he doesn't really like that name. He's like, my name's not Jaw, it's Elijah. And I was like,
nah.
shit, you feel me? I hear Natalia trying to tell him like otherwise, and I'm like, no, you can't tell him like that. Like, at the end of the day, I have to respect him, not because he's a little boy or whatever, but because at the end of the day, he's gonna be a man, and if he wants to be identified as Elijah, that's him. He knows what he wants.
I ain't gonna lie, bruh. That shit, it really depends on the female, like, and what type of energy you giving me. Cause like, it's not a deal breaker. Like having kids, bro. Like motherfuckers is grown. Like
Yeah, it's
motherfuckers only getting older, bro. That's how I
yeah,
look at it. Like we only getting older, bro. So I don't even like, yeah, like I was checking females out though, like at the front and shit, and it's like, yeah, when they had a kid, I would create a note to myself like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's the type time, and she already, you know what I'm
It really just comes
Really,
down to what can you really offer me, like that's gonna not distract me from the fact that you
it
have
don't even
kids,
be
but
materialistic
it's
shit.
gonna
Yeah, it's exactly what
value
you can offer me.
creates a higher
Yeah,
value for you. Like, are you? And this is why like a lot of females they don't understand, but like you treating your shit, if you literally show me the way that you treat your kid and it's not how I would want my kid to be treated, like you already lost me. Like, sad to say, like.
yeah.
And it's like, all right, if you have 3 kids, like, please at least tell me,
But
like,
I ain't
you
gonna
know how
lie,
to
you
cook
ain't
a
gotta
meal
do
for
that,
a man, you know how to keep a
you ain't
house
gotta do
clean.
that. Now, see, I understand that, but nigga, just like my brother's situation. My brother got four. He got four. He got
Kids.
5 girls. He got 5 girls. Just two
Yeah,
with,
but it's
you know what I'm
different.
saying,
It's
who he
different
with
for
now.
men. It's
But
different for
but
men and
in his,
females in that
yeah,
aspect because us men we create
yeah,
our value. A man could have 5 kids, but guess what? Him knowing that those are his
no,
blood 5 kids, his responsibility is set way more higher than any female is. A female, there, you feel me? A female, they could have 4 or 5 kids from 2 to 3 different baby daddies, and guess what? If the baby daddies aren't in their kid's life or they're not doing what they're supposed to, guess what? It devalues the fucking man.
hmm hmm for sure. And 9 times out of 10, the females know what type of nigga they need in their life. Like, you know,
Yeah, it's normally the one that
they
they
know what
always
type
turn
of
down.
nigga they need, but they always go, yeah, they gonna turn them down because you know what I'm saying. They still feel like they young in turn, but really you need to start getting ready to sit. That now you need to take all the time that you can because you didn't have it. You know what I'm saying, while you was young and things went south with their parent. So now you finna have to be co-parent with your you know what I'm saying, with your ex baby mama or your, you know what I'm saying. So all that young intern shit go out the window, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
And that's why I'll say, like, realistically, in my opinion, a lot of guys that do seek to date a lot of females that already have baby daddies, I would want to know, like, all right, are you able to have a mature relationship with your baby daddy and have a mature conversation with both of us being in the room together? If she can't provide that, I don't think she's a good candidate, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If she's very like immature to the subject, because it's like, bro, you chose to literally have kids with this man. So if you're very immature to the subject of anything that's brought up against him, and is like, it speaks, because why, when Natalia was pregnant, I never let her really talk bad about Chris. You
Yeah, no,
chose to
you ain't
literally
like the
get
nigga.
you
Yeah,
literally
no
chose to
cap.
get pregnant by the nigga. That devalues anything you, like, for not saying like, oh, it debunks anything she'll ever say about him. Like, he
Yeah,
could be a
yeah.
shit dad, but at the end of the day, you
Uh,
got pregnant by
you ain't
him.
gonna discredit. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you ain't gonna discredit everything. Like maybe some of the shit was true, but you also gotta take into consideration you chose that nigga. You gotta
Exactly.
grow up and take accountability and see shit for what it really is. Yeah, all the shit you could be you bashing this nigga. I'll listen. I'll listen to see how you act. You know what I'm saying, during conflict and shit. Like after, you know what I'm saying, but besides that, there's not like, what do you want me to tell you? You want me to just, you know what I'm saying? Just
Because
tell you everything you want to hear. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, figure it out with you.
you have too many times where you'll have a relationship where you'll probably have a female and she'll like entertain the fact of, oh, her new boyfriend could beat up her baby daddy. Any fucking
Uh,
guy that literally puts himself in that situation, you're a clown, in my opinion.
yeah,
Why?
no cap.
You have no
No
beef
cap.
with this nigga that literally had it. He already has the pussy
I,
that you
I already
fucking.
had your bitch.
Exactly. Literally has a kid with her. But yeah, now you want to beef and funk with him for what? You don't even have a valid reason, just because of some shit she said.
Just cause of the bitch. Just cause of, exactly. You just going off everything she said. Like, ain't no need to try to like, bruh, if you don't just stun on that nigga with his old bitch, like, it's that simple, bro. All that
Exactly.
trying to go out the way to fight the, like, bro, you just, that's not player. That's just not player, bro.
You're supposed to be.
Yeah.
This See, yeah, this nigga Luffy. That's why
This
sometimes
nigga Luffy,
you gotta
that
love what
nigga
he
keep
says sometimes.
that nigga Luffy keeping his eyes on the prize. That's what that nigga doing.
Well, no,
That
because
nigga keeping his eyes
it's
on the
fucking true.
prize.
Like
Nigga said,
if he's a
he
good
on the future.
if he's a good enough man to like be able to at least come get his kid on a weekend or whatever, so that way you and Shorty could do y'all for a couple of days. Mind you, that's really all you
Just
be needing
imagine,
most of the
nigga,
time.
that nigga, that yeah, he had a baby, you had a baby mama texting like, yeah, just come on in, we in here chilling. He sleep in the room, sleep. You up in there, boom, 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 nigga,
But
ass out. You got
you
your ass out, that nigga.
because the thing is, you have to. We live in a
Oh,
time where we have like basically being disrespectful is a trend, and being disrespectful towards each other and degrading each other.
yeah.
You feel me? It's cause for all right. That puts me over you instead of a lot of people looking at it as what
You
it
can't
is.
even say it's a race thing either, cause it's for sure. White
Not. It's crazy because me
white
and Luffy
people
were
for sure
literally
hate
talking
each
about
other
that
too,
shit.
nigga. Cause why would they send people? Why would they send people to war? Like that, nigga. It's all in the name, like black. I mean, white supremacy. They feel like they superior. Like you got trailer park trash, and you got niggas in suits who just feel like they better than everybody. That's how
I
I
wouldn't
start.
even just stop.
That's how I started to look at it. Like not all white people is the same. Like nigga, not
they're
all white people is
they're
the
not
same.
they're not all the same, but I'll say it really because you can't even just disguise it as all right trailer park and then men in
Yeah,
suits because
yeah. It's
what I was
more
telling
levels to that for
what I
sure.
was telling Luffy is all right the the government, I'll just put it like this, the
Uh huh.
government they've created so many ways to separate people to where it's not us separating to conquer, it's us separating and becoming conquered. And in terms of that is you have the government at the top, right? You have the government being able to say, all right, well, this is what we're going to call racist, all right? And we now want all the
Yeah.
black people to look at this and you guys are going to feel some type of way. Why? Because now we have white people, or
Cause
now
it's a slur.
we have
It's
black
a
people,
slur.
we have
Yeah.
black people that think they're better than white people, which is in terms, I'm not gonna say black people can't be in the position to be racist, but it's very you're no better than what the white man that you claim you hate
Yeah.
in a
So
way.
yeah.
Just like you could have a black woman say, "Oh, I want to keep my bloodline pure and that's why I only date black people." Now, if you have a white person that says the exact same thing, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, yeah,
Take it
you're
somewhere.
probably a KKK, you're a racist, this and that."
Mhm. Mhm. But
So,
that's just how they feel. It ain't even gotta be that deep. It ain't even
and
that deep for
and
real.
literally a
Like
lot of this stuff comes from, in my opinion, I feel like that's what broke people are, in my opinion, because I don't believe rich people sit up and they argue about fucking race or
yeah.
religion. They like they might be a religious person, a religious black man, and they might be a not so religious white man, but they're not gonna let that come between them and making money at the end of the day. Us poor people and us middle class people, guess what? We have all this shit to say, all this shit that separates us from each other. When at the end of the day, we all bleed the fucking same. We're all going through the same fucking trials and tribulations. We all supposedly have the same fucking opportunities, but yet the only opportunities we take up on is calling shit racist, calling shit stagatory religion. The only thing, like, you feel me? That's the only thing we have. And then look, we have it within the black community where now we call separation through what? Oh, you're light skinned, you're whitewashed, the X, Y, and Z. Yeah, and guess what? The whole time, like certain shit, you have to realize, you have to sit back. I'm not saying white people are wrong for this, but you have to realize and you have to sit back and look who are the main people that really do laugh at this shit. And it's white people. You know why? Because most of the time, like, bro, who the fuck cares? Like, a lot of them will literally say nigga is nigga. You're all fucking black. You're now trying to cause a separation, saying, oh, dark skins are better because our darker skin and melanated skin, yada yada yada. No, that's not really how shit works. I'm gonna fucking say it right here and there. That's not really how shit works.
You don't hear dark skinned Mexicans going against light skinned Mexicans.
Nah, that's the thing. You
They
actually,
for surely got them.
no, you
Nah, you
actually
got
do.
different culture. Yeah.
Like, that's what the, all right, so with the light skinned Mexicans, that's what they call weta and weto. They'll be like, hey, look at this weto or this weta. Weta being, oh, look at this white girl. That's literally what they call them.
Wow.
Like Natalia's little sister, they call her weta because, but not out of like a slur or anything, but I guess like just over time, like she got more comfortable because a lot of people mistake her as being white. So the family were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna call you weta.
I ain't gonna lie, I was just at work, bro. I was just at work. I'm like, bro, I need to speak.
No cap. I be saying that shit. I,
It switched me to game chat. It
I
switched me.
that's the thing. Me too. I want a
I want to
female.
talk. I want to learn how to speak Mexican. I feel like I've been overdue to learn how to
He
speak
said
that.
speak
Oh, I said
Mexican.
speak Mexican. Speak to the Mexicans.
Nah, we understood it though, but nah, that's literally what I've always said too. Like, if I'm a date outside of my race, I would hope that the woman I'm dating outside of my race is in tune uh, with
Culture.
her, yeah, with her culture, because I feel like that's a beautiful thing. If you have two people that are both celebrating the same culture, then it's kind of like, all right, what's the point of us? What's the point of me dating outside of uh my race, I guess. Every female that I've ever tried to talk to, for the most part, that's outside of my race, guess what? They're normally a highly cultural. They come from a highly cultural family. A lot of the Asian women that I've tried talking to, they're a high culture. Most of the Latina females I've talked to, they come from a high culture family. Now look, now take that situation and you put an Asian person around a whole bunch of black people, and imagine how much. No, not even just that. That shit would have blown up so much more on fucking social media. Why? Because that's what the government wants black people to see. The government at this point, they realized they could get reactions out of black people. How? Let's have one white man beat up on a whole bunch of black people, and guess what we're gonna do? Guess what black people are dumbishly gonna do? We're gonna quote unquote protest, right? And most of our protest comes at destruction of property. Sad to say. And now, guess what? These large buildings that we claim that we don't want to support. Guess what? You're destroying the fucking property that they have insurance for, initially giving them more money.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of the black people that claim that they know every fucking thing, but you want to call someone like me whitewash, do your research. I'm smart enough to fucking know, alright, if I don't like a fucking brand based off of their fucking judgment or whatever, but I'll put it like this: Xbox. Uh, not even just Xbox. PlayStation has done this shit too, where like they'll fucking do some shit for Pride Month. guess what? Just leave the shit alone. Don't support it. You see what everything has fucking, and Kanye West is one of the biggest fucking people to really, like, people need to access his whole situation. You have all of these shoe companies, right? That, oh, as soon as this nigga went quote unquote crazy, they were like, yeah, we don't want to do business with you because of the whole Jew thing. Now look at all of those businesses. That his fans stopped supporting the brands, and now they want to do business with him again. Why? Because you can't fucking hide the fact that he makes patent designs that a lot of people value. He brings a lot of business to the company. Like, this is all shit. Oh, he's promoting working with a rat. No, he's promoting getting fucking money. Yeah, because they're fucking
Why you
idiots.
busting in my room? Why you not knocking? What you want? Okay. Okay. Her mom ain't here? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Okay. I'll be down there.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. And it's literally just like people saying, "Oh, I'll bring up the Young Thug." People that try to drag Young Thug because he wore a dress for that one album cover. Do you not know how much money that nigga got from that brand that made a garment for men's fashion? And that's why people have, in a lot of cases, you have to realize, people have to understand there's no such thing as bad publicity. If you could get people to talk about you, sad to say, like, yeah, you have shit like Instagram where, oh, if you say certain shit, they're gonna probably ban you, you feel me? And then you have YouTube, like, all of this shit is so censorized. And that's the sad part about the media, is that everything is so controlled that literally, the only thing reliable kind of be the news stations or whatever, but the authentic news stations. I can't even say shit like CNN and ABC and Fox News is legitimate anymore, because you'll have those same news stations that I'm talking about. They literally drag Andrew Tate and his brother, saying how they're sex traffickers or whatever, this and that. They have no evidence behind it, but yet they're,
Yeah, I don't think I believe that. It's possible, but I don't think I believe
bro,
that.
you have to do the research for yourself. The same time Andrew Tate got, no, the same time Andrew Tate and his brother got locked up for sex trafficking, a person within the literal government is being investigated for the shit. How? So guess what? They're gonna pick one person that's gaining a lot of success and a lot of influence. They're gonna pick him out. Why? Because it's gonna distract the majority of the people. Because now they could point the finger to him and be like, oh, he's a sex trafficker, this and that. And guess what? That causes more separation, because you have feminists, you have females that literally know jack shit from fucking real world, because they're so caught up of living. Exactly. But they don't even have an actual reason to dislike the nigga. Like, the nigga literally preaches for a life that most females would want. What you're telling me? So a lot of you females that hate Andrew Tate, you don't, and if you still are dating men or whatever, you don't want a hardworking man who's gonna open up the door for you and make sure that you never have to take out the trash and is gonna provide and protect for you. That's what women are basically saying if they hate Andrew Tate and say that, oh, anything he preaches is a devalue towards women. How? You're all programmed to believe in the same shit, and you all are programmed to live in the same fucking delusional fucking life. What's up, Possum Man? That's because if you could say
If
anything
it
and you could
sound anything
remotely
that sound like that's subjected to it, like it just sound like it makes
here, look, put it like this: you have too many people that'll say, What's the number one thing a lot of people will say? Google it, right? You can't even trust fucking Google because literally you could look up why eating 100 apples is beneficial to you, and then on the same page, if you look up why eating 100 apples is harmful to you, you're gonna find what the fuck you want. That's why you're supposed to believe very little that you see and hear, and you're supposed to go out and experience shit for yourself. Yeah, I'm like, fentanyl is bad at at a large number, but it's even just like, bro, like that time that I found out heroin or cocaine is literally legal, and they use it in a lot of our fucking medicine. It's not the fact. Yeah, it's a they use it for numbing agents. So it's not that cocaine is illegal. Guess what? It's a substance that the government wants to keep controlled, just like heroin. Because anything can, bro. Yeah. Look, it's for like the same shit of, alright, you have a guy like Andrew Tate, right? We for the most part we could say he's a guy that has generally good health, right? Do people not know this nigga sits up and eats a jar of peanut butter and smokes cigarettes? But yeah, I guarantee you're gonna find someone try to say how the next person doing that shit, oh, that's unhealthy for you. You have no protein gain. You have none of this than that. So you're telling me this nigga, who's a multi-millionaire, rich as fuck, has a Bugatti, does boxing, does,
niggas
like, you
hella
feel me?
fit.
It's fit, but you're gonna tell me how peanut butter is not a nutritional value food. You're gonna tell me how cigarettes destroys whatever this and that. The nigga literally eats peanut butter and fucking smokes cigarettes.
That nigga Lil Wayne say, "Don't worry about what's in my cup."
Don't worry, no cap. Peanut butter is so good. Nah, That's because we live in a sad world where delusion is being promoted more. And why? Because the government is exploiting it. They're exploiting the shit that causes delusion. Why? Because they're able to make money off of it. You're telling me if, like, bro, then this is why I question a lot of gay people. You're telling me if I could just keep you to shutting the fuck up and buying my product by just slapping a fucking rainbow on it and saying, "Oh, this is for Pride Month." It's the literal fucking same thing that's been sold since probably before we even liked you or fucking acknowledged you, but all because now, in June, I put a fucking rainbow on the shit and I say, "Oh yeah, we support Pride Month," and you're giving me your money the whole time. You don't realize, like, bro, actually, fuck you. Just give me your money. Exactly. Here, look. I hope nothing like that happens to you, because sad to say, that shit has happened to me while working at Walmart when that fucking it was this white dude. And mind you, a lot of people would have probably said, "Oh, this guy is racist." Hey, he talked to my black ass and he told me how, "Oh, so Walmart just hires anybody." I thought he was talking about my black ass. But then when he brought up the fact that he saw a man with lipstick and just trying to portray a woman, then I'm like, "Well, yep, technically I can't be mad at him, because guess what? That goes up against how he lives life. That goes up against what he wants for his kids." Yeah, yeah. Why do you think they ask you if you have a fucking disability? Why do you think they ask you what race you are? They get a special tax for hiring a X amount of black people. They get a tax for hiring people with disabilities, regardless of if it's a learning disability or whatever. They get a tax for it. That's the thing. Like, literally, do you not know? Like, if you were in Europe, Luffy, you get a check for ADHD because they consider it a large scale disability. Yeah, but here's another thing that I find wild. Do you not know, like, bro? All right, cause certain state or certain countries, they do actual, like, they go so in depth with a lot of those disabilities. I don't think within a country, I'll just say a logical country, cause, and I say logical because I don't believe the United States is logical at all. I believe they just want to bunch a lot of people up and say, "All right, this is what's wrong with you, and we're gonna consider it a disability." I don't believe that ADHD for a lot of us is a disability. You just, that's just who you are. You don't have it's harder for you to be interested into something that probably doesn't have, that has little to no interest. Does that make it a disability? I don't fucking believe so. It's literally kind of uh put it like, all right, those kids were like I guess it's a situation where like it'll be a kid that'll walk down the stairs, and if he counts one stair wrong or whatever and he walks down the stairs wrong, yeah, oh, I have to do it again. People will say that's a disability. No, I feel like that's just trained behavior. I feel like it's easier within. I just feel like within the United States, it's easier to just slap the disability sticker on anything and be able to say, all right, yeah, you now have a disability, versus them actually saying, all right, well, you know, a person like me, they'll probably say I have a sleep disorder, and I probably was. I'll say I feel like I was highly led to believe I did have a sleeping disorder, versus them saying, you know, maybe it's not a sleep disorder, but just one. It could be poor diet. It could be the fact that I don't do as I have a lot of energy, so if I'm not spinning and burning a lot of my energy, mind you, then guess what? It's gonna be harder for me to go to sleep. Versus the days where like I do a lot of movement and I do a lot of shit. Guess what? I go to sleep. I come home and I go to fuck to sleep. It's like the sleep disability fucking vanishes all of a sudden when I'm fucking doing more. You feel me? Uh, you sound like Hassan. Can I play or is this private? Uh, I mean like shit. Today I'll play with viewers tomorrow. It's cause like really I'm kind of just streaming, and me and my friends are mostly talking about like deep subjects, and I don't want to keep closing out the world, or you feel me. I'll play with viewers tomorrow though. Mm. Okie dokie. it, it's for surely a correction of behavior. Like if you because it's a pattern. If I keep shitting in this corner and I keep getting my ass beat, guess what? I'm gonna stop shitting in this corner. And that's why it's like some things like a person or like an animal will learn by itself. You feel me? Uh, like well, a situation of all right, your mom tells you not to touch the stove, and you're a hard-headed ass fuck, and you go touch the stove, and then boom, you got burned. Well, guess what? That's a fucking thing you had to learn. Versus, you feel me? Your mom now realized, all right, maybe I should just start whooping this little nigga because he's hard-headed, and your mom tells you, oh, don't take the chicken out. I don't know why I'm using this fucking analogy, but we're gonna roll with it. Your mom tells you take the chicken out and thaw it. You sit up there and you dick around, and now your mom gets home and you're at a panic. You're trying to put the fucking chicken in the water, and she's like, you didn't take the chicken out. She whoops your ass, and then now, you know, next time I'm gonna make sure I take that chicken out. She got to literally dragging niggas. W analogy. Thanks, man. I try. A lot of people will always tell me I should be a motivational speaker, but honestly, like, the thing is, people have to realize I don't feel like it's right for me to be a motivational speaker when I don't have a lot going for myself. Just uh, like I'm not gonna say I hate that rappers do this, because you feel me, I do support a lot of rappers, but over time you start to realize like rappers don't make any sense a lot of the time, like, or having a rapper as a role model. Like, you, with certain rappers, you have to debunk them as being role models, and you have to just literally take them for what they are, which is an entertainer. Cause you have rappers that literally sit up and talk about how, these niggas broke this and that. Mind you, like, yes, in some retrospect, a lot of them are just talking about a certain group of people that are broke. They're talking about a certain group of people. Maybe it could be their ops. Not fully, but I mean, like, the only person I could say that I know for sure, King Von, that nigga is not scared to say, "Oh, the ops is broke, the ops is dirty, this and that." So he's making it very clear who the hell he's talking about. Uh, and then you'll have people like the Migos. I'm gonna just throw a couple of the Migos. The they don't no they don't have ops, but they sit up and they talk about large groups of men. And I'm not just gonna say niggas. They're talking about large group of men's, and talking about how they're broke and how they shouldn't get this, or like they'll even have instead of it being them, they'll have women say this shit. But yet these niggas, a lot of their it kind of, think about it. It kind of debunks itself. You have a rapper coming up talking about, "Oh, I was broke, this and that." So you want sympathy from people for you being broke and you fucking up in life. But then now that you've made it, oh, it's these niggas broke, this and that, yada yada yada. Like, it doesn't make sense, and that's why a lot of the time, yes, artists like Juice World and Peep and X, those are kind of people that I would consider to be a role model. Not fully, because, like, yeah, granted, you feel me, X's upbringing, which was very fucked up, uh, but you feel me, it's a lot of hidden agenda behind his upbringing that a lot of people are still refuse to even believe. Let's see, Lil Peep's upbringing, like, you feel me, due to the fact of what he died behind, a lot of people don't, I'm not saying they're supposed to appreciate him, but a lot of people don't understand it, because, like, all right, you could go ahead and say, "Oh, well, he was just a pill junkie, this and that." I mean, like, shit, a lot of our fucking aunties are fucking pill junkies. Does it hide the fact that he was laced? Does it make it right that he was laced? No. You could take Juice World. I was to go ahead and say the government basically killed him, because guess what? This nigga was having a seizure, and the police let him have a seizure. And this is coming from DJ Scheme, who literally said they didn't resuscitate that nigga. They didn't do CPR on that nigga, and they didn't help him while he was having a seizure. Here, it's put it like this. You will literally... You have in the United States. Here's what's wrong with the United States. Because every other country, I feel like they have it right. You have 3 police officers that'll be on the scene of a person getting pulled over for a traffic violation. Now, why does the same person that's pulling me over for a traffic violation, why in most terms do they even need a gun? And that's why you'll go to Russia, you'll go to Europe, and guess what? They have traffic specific police, non-emergency police. Why in the US do I get pulled over for failing to fucking use a turn signal, and it's 3 to 4 fucking cops. Or here, let's even put it like this: a fucking domestic dispute. Or here, nah, let's go up one, because this shit has actually happened in the US. You have a cousin who has a mental disability or anger management get killed by police when that's not the situation at all. Why do you have armed police for a situation that isn't called for armed police? But yet, I'm not saying United States is the most horrible place, but it is very questionable. So yes, I'm gonna have an opinion, and I'm gonna have a very strong opinion about a place that I fucking live. Why do we have police for non-emergency fucking situations pulling up with guns? And why do they pull up at such a large massive, but you feel me, school shooter enters a fucking building, gets to shooting at a whole bunch of fucking teachers and kids, and these niggas have the audacity to wait outside? Make it make sense. Like, the United States is very confusing. You know why? Because we have, it's a country, but every state is like a different country. They don't have the same rules. You go to Russia and they say, oh, there's no guns in Russia, or they say, we're not gonna allow this. Guess what? It's not as simple of, all right, I'm gonna just go over to the next Russian state. It's not that simple. Ooh, Lord, it's getting very fucking cold. I know, I was just finna make a comment on that. Like, what the fuck? It's always that one last boss that make it be like, damn, nigga, I thought I was broken. I'm over here looking at your health meter. That shit is draining. But his shit leaking. My only message to a lot of my viewers within my streams is, you guys have to understand, like, basic stuff of the world. I feel, and a lot of this basic stuff that I probably feel is basic may not be basic to you, but you really have to explore a lot of the things in the world. Like, surround yourself that you can have intelligent conversations with without feeling like you're the smartest person in the room. Because I have to say, bro, if you're the smartest person in the room, you should probably get the fuck out of that room. If you and your friends can't learn off of each other and learn with each other, I'm gonna be probably the first person to say it in your life, but yes, you need new friends. If you guys can't motivate each other, and this is just all my opinion, point blank, period. You don't have to run off with what the fuck I say. You could completely disregard what I say. But in my opinion, there's no point of a friendship where, you feel me, if you have to ask for the bare minimum of your friends to support you in certain stuff, the disregard a friendship like that. If you guys can't motivate and elevate each other, and motivate and elevate from each other, then disregard that friendship. If you guys can't have intelligent uh, talks and conversations, disregard those friendships. Like, really, because just, yeah, bro, like, in my opinion, I feel like you really, those that you surround yourself, you slowly do become just alike. So if you're talking to people and you're surrounding yourself around people that aren't doing really a lot in their life, uh, you're gonna be subjected to doing the same. I gotta go. Uh, be here tomorrow. Alrighty. Have a good day, Possum. And I know this stream probably about to be boring because I still ain't even did shit. I'm still over here looking for a world. It's not even like I'm looking for a world. I'm just. This is why I need to learn how to do videos very fucking good and very structured because I I don't be knowing what to do. Like I be knowing what to do, but it's so much of what I want to do and what I want to talk about that I don't know how to execute it to where it's a harmony uh, or a symphony. The and in the words of how Kanye said it, everything has to work as a symphony. Nah, I ain't gonna cap. They for sure, she for surely do look like that nigga sometimes. That's uh, that's daddy daughter. You your daddy daughter. He gonna send me it. I hate you. Smash or pass. 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 Yeah, and that's the thing. Yes, I was just gonna say that because there are females that have the structure of their dad, their facial structure of their dad. Sexy Red being one of them, and that's the scary thing, bro. Because, bro, you have some females that'll look like their dad, but you basically be like, damn, you a pretty version of your dad. And then you have literal, you feel me, people that do the whole, and it works because I don't know how that shit work, bro. I don't know. Yeah, that's for surely where I'm like, yep, that's just one. Unless I know for sure, I will avoid it. No questions. It's time to go home, Clive. Nah, nah, that nigga Vegeta, his son get his ass beat. He down there be like, yeah, I'll down there need to beat this nigga ass some more. In theory, it's that's literally how I feel like he should be played. I feel like more of his moves should be like key blast combos, or like you do a key blast move and like he'll appear closer or some shit. Kind of like with God Vegeta, how his move where like it teleports, like you do the key blast move and then he has that other move where it teleports and starts punching to the ground. Moves like that really complement him. Why? Because he's a key blaster in it and enables you to have a way to get in quickly on the enemy. Then you have like God or Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, where it's like, alright, it's a good key blast character, but he just suffers so fucking much, unless you're using his infinite combo, where you're able to get in and get out quick. But then it really just comes down to like really a lot of the time, yeah, like you really have to exploit his fucking infinite combo. Which I'll say, like, when I play Vegeta, I'll do the infinite combo exploit, but I won't do it like, how do I say this? If I manage to touch you and shit, what I'll do is I'll do it one time, back out, do it again, and I'll complete the combo and utter rotation. And that's just the rotation that I'll do it for, because I already understand that like me dashing in on you and pressing square and triangle is so quick to where I could dash back out and be safe. So if I hit you with it, I'll repeat the first part of it again, but the second time I'll do it, I'll complete the combo. And then you just have other people where they'll just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I don't believe that. Yeah. It's always in those fucking worlds where nobody is flying, just like Naruto. Then it's that one nigga that decides to fly, and he broken that shit. Man, man, you work for your money. Who the fuck can say anything about what the fuck you doing with your money? I'm like, what were you saying? Yeah, that's me. Last night, bro, I ain't gonna cap. I fucking fell asleep and fucking. I still managed. Like, that's the thing. Like, a job like this is really hard for me to complain about. Because it's like, bro, I could literally sit up and take a nap, wake up, do everything I'm supposed to, and I get praised for it. You feel me? So it's like, really at that, like, it's a win-win situation. I will say the only thing I wasn't able to do was make the breakfast burritos. The brisket. Oh, carnitas. Yeah, I feel it. Fucking, they be. I ain't gonna lie, my thing just be like, cause I need to stop doing this, cause I know I'ma be fucking looking dumb when this shit catch up to me. But I ain't gonna cap. Every time I cook breakfast, I've been cooking me something. Yeah, sad to say. Yeah, yeah, but it'll just be my luck and fucking something happen. Yeah, like I'm for surely finna restrict that shit to probably like once a month type of thing. Bro, speaking of that Timu shit, bro. So apparently, and here's the thing. People, a app where you're getting free shit for basically not doing shit, they better do their research. That whole app is under investigation because it's been selling people's information. Nah, because it's literally fucking it's smart. Like, how can we gain people's information? Well, people love free shit, right? Like, and that's why a lot of the time, like, I'm gonna even say it on YouTube right now. You have a lot of. Why do you think Mr. Beast's fucking channel is so fucking big? You have the genuine supporters, of course, and then you have the people that are the mass of people that are only really probably following him. Why? Because they want to hope that one day they could eventually get in one of his videos, or maybe this nigga gifted like what, his 5 millionth subscriber something. You have people with hopes that hopefully I could get something for free in return of doing this. Oh fuck. I probably should have asked the way to get on Minecraft. I'm gonna get my PS5 like probably next month for sure. I was thinking about getting the Switch this month. What games do you have for it? Cause me and Liza were talking about getting Mario Party. Yeah, I'm getting a new Mario game for sure. Now, what if they renew the lease? Mm. Hmm. That fentanyl. Definitely. Mm. Mm. Just walk down the street towards Green Valley. Mm. He said aliens. Daddy Grandpa. What's up, Nugget Jr.? Why the fuck do I get brought up? Alright, I'm gonna be right back, Nugget Jr. I'm about to do something real quick. Uh, let's see. I'm finna change this gamer tag real quick. Hurry up and get this out the way. An error has occurred. Alright, hold up. Let me